Hey, beautiful yogis. Welcome to Kirsten Nielsen Yoga. This video is part of a how-to series where I break down poses, working with exactly what needs to be opened and what needs to be strengthened in order for you to feel really good in the poses. So this video today is specifically on a vinyasa, how to do a vinyasa. So it is the transition from chaturanga to upward facing dog and to downward facing dog. So I would recommend that you watch my last two videos on the how-to series, which is how to do chaturanga and how to do downward facing dog. But if you haven't watched those yet, then don't worry. You can still watch this video and then refer to them a little bit later. So I have my beautiful friend Sarah assisting me today. So we'll start with coming into plank pose. So hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And again, if you've watched my last two videos, I talk a lot about the hands and the placement of the hands. So spreading the fingers out wide, hugging the thumbs in, and I talk about a lot of these jam jars or the action of this jam jar effect. So imagining like the hands are in two jam jars and you want to open the jam jars out wide. Now, as you lift your knees off the mat and press the heels back, you want to make sure that the hips are in line with the shoulders. And then as you press the earth away, there's a rounding that happens in the upper back. We want to keep that. I often say in class, imagine like I'm going to sit on you. That's how much you want to press the earth away and hold me up there. Then looking forwards, start to drag the hands towards the feet. So even though you have this rounding, you start to find an opening across the chest, just really subtle. So there's this happy medium between the two, rounding and dragging the hands back so there's still an opening. We think of the jam jars with the hands. Now move the shoulders a little bit further back for me, Sarah. Think more plank. Shoulders right on top of the wrists. Then again, round, and then again, look slightly forwards. Good. Now, as we breathe in, we shift forwards. As we exhale, we bend the elbows to chaturanga. We look forwards and then just do one foot to move forwards. Dragging the hands back to the feet as you lift the heart. Pressing down into the hands. And then chin to chest, pull the belly in, one foot pressing back or rolling through both feet. Now drop the knees for a moment. So what tends to happen with a vinyasa when you haven't practiced it before is the knees, the thighs come down to the mat and you're not really sure of how to get that motion where you move forwards rather than kind of just thinking energy up. Because when you see the vinyasa, it's really easy to think, okay, that's a really deep back bend in my low back to move into upward facing dog. But really what you want to think about is the legs and the feet, that it's a very strong transition for the legs and the feet because they're working really hard in this. So come into plank one more time, Sarah. That's it. Now watch Sarah's legs and feet. You'll just do one foot at a time. So we find the rounding, we drag the hands to feet. Inhale, we shift forwards. Exhale, chaturanga, don't go too low. Now watch the legs and the feet. It's going to be one foot to move forwards. Lift the heart. We drag the hands back, heart lifts. And then chin to chest, one foot, that's it, tuck the toes under, press it back. Yes. Good, drop the knees down. All right, so the reason why I'm talking about rolling the feet one foot first is because the feet take a little bit of time to kind of feel into them and get the flexibility in the feet. So first do one foot, press it back. Then eventually when you get more comfortable with the vinyasas, then you can do both feet at the same time. So you just want to make sure that when you're moving forwards, you're really working the legs and that the thighs are off the mat. That's really crucial. And that you're not over clenching the glutes too much so that you're taking it all in the low back. You want to think that the inner thighs are working as you move forwards. So it's almost like if you come back to plank, I know I said one more time before, but this is one more time. She's going to hate me after this. All right, around the upper back. Good. Drag the hands back to feet. So it's almost like you want to imagine like you're a little cat and you see a bit of food and you're going to bend the elbows and then move it forwards. You want to move forwards, 1 foot, or roll through the feet. And then lift the heart, drag the hands back so the thighs are off the mat. We squeeze the inner thighs in, chin to chest, then we scoop everything in, round, draw the belly in as you press back to down dog. Well done. Take a big breath in. Drop the knees down towards the mat, long breath out, take child's pose. All right. So like I said, if you didn't watch the first video of down dog and the second video of chaturanga, then please watch those so that you can understand how to get into those positions from those transitions that we've just done. Thank you, yogis. Please subscribe to my channel. Lots of love. Namaste.